if you have that confidence that I can build systems or like I can do whatever is given to me, so that motivation is needed, you can work easily.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Tamu from Find a Job in Germany, and today I'm here with my former coachee, Xavi. Hey, Xavi, how are you doing?
Hey, hi Tamu, I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm also very good. Xavi, it's a pleasure to meet you again. I say moin moin. You're based in Hamburg now, is that right?
Mine. Yeah, I'm based in Hamburg.
And how is it? How is Hamburg treating you?
Yeah, it's good. It's quite sunny this month, so hopefully waiting for the winter. But until then, I have to make myself comfortable with this sunny days. So make sure that I'm prepared for winter days as well.
Yeah, exactly. Xavi, you're a DevOps engineer or SecOps engineer, right? Tell me, maybe do a short intro of you first, and then we speak more about your journey from India to Germany.
So yeah, so I have 10 plus years of experience working in IT industry. So I was working as a DevSecOps engineer in my previous role. So currently I'm working as a DevOps engineer. So, but still, we as a DevOps, right, we have to take care of the infrastructure part and security as well. So it's like from the scratch, you have to learn or like you develop everything until you make a proper infrastructure setup and look for automations wherever we need it. So that's
Mhm.
the ultimate goal. We make life easier for the developers or any teams who work with us. So that's the goal. And we make sure that agility is the priority.
Cool, awesome. Tell me, Xavi, we met beginning of this year, so end of January, I think we started applying to jobs together in February, and then you got an offer in summer in August and in June, and now you're here in Germany. Tell me, how was that journey? First of all, why did you decide, like after working 10 years in India as a DevOps engineer, why did you decide that you wanted to move to Germany?
Yeah, so the main reason is like, so I have worked with different companies, product companies and service. I have good experience, but I wanted to explore more, and I want to try like where the actual work is happening. So that's where like the companies which I've worked, right. So one way or the other, like I'm able to learn something, but still somewhere I lack something like not knowing the entire domain or something. So and also I had the passion to work abroad, like outside
Mm,
of India, because I wanted to learn the actual stuff, how people are developing things. Like I wanted to move to Germany because, of course, it has good quality of life, and people are more motivated here, and they wanted to try everything, and also it has a good, I would say, like good startup culture as well. So
mhm,
that's why like one of the companies I'm working, it's a good startup company.
mhm,
So you can develop everything from the scratch so that you
mhm.
know actually how to build things. Instead just using the things, you have to, you want to know how to build things
Yeah.
and how to build properly. So that's the ultimate goal.
Mhm.
And here I am.
And how was it for you? I mean, how was your journey? What were the steps for you of like having the dream of moving to Germany until you made it? Like, what were the steps for you?
So initially I had no idea like how to apply for jobs because I was randomly applying it, but I didn't get any proper interviews, I would say, definitely, because I was not aware like how the process, like how to actually approach the interview. So
Mm,
that's where I got to like in one of the websites or like so I got to know about the FAJIG, and then I think I contacted you the first time, and
mm,
then Yog as well as, and then we decided, and you gave me a month's time to develop my skills on Kubernetes because as a
mm,
DevOps engineer,
mm,
I was more into DevOps and Docker, but still I need advanced experience in Kubernetes, which is very much needed
mm,
in Germany. So luckily, I mean, I worked on myself for the month, but yeah, definitely whatever you said. Still, in my projects also, we are exploring Kubernetes like advanced features. So in a way that helped me
mm,
that one particular month, so that I know what exactly needed get into the interviews with the German companies and also how to clear. The approach was like, yeah, as FAJIG supported me, like I first we enrolled, I enrolled with them, and then yeah, you guys supported me through my entire journey, and thanks to Luciano as well. So,
Mm,
so he helped me whenever I needed support. So I would schedule a call. Sometimes, unfortunately, I had to schedule like. That which I needed to avoid, but sometimes it was a immediate interview will be
mm,
there, so I have to stick with Luciano without scheduling, but that I guess that pays off for me. And yeah, that's like, and I started doing the applications at least 100 to 115 per week.
mm,
So up to until I clear my company, until I clear the interview rounds. So yeah, this was the process. The only thing is like you have to be consistent even if you
yeah,
do 80 or 100 or 115. That doesn't make that does not matter, but you have to be consistent. So you have
yeah,
to be focused, and rejections will be there. It will touch you very deeply, but
yeah,
still you have to be motivated, because once you lose track, then it's very hard to come back. So one way or the other, you have to be in touch with the applications. Like at least sometimes, if I even like if I even have some work or sick, then I will do at least 20 applications for the day.
yeah.
So yeah, that way it helped me to understand what the market is and what is needed from my end. So I worked on that.
Mm,
Yeah, luckily I got the interviews, and one of which I'm able to clear.
mm. And if you remember the interview process with those companies, what would you say? What was different to the interview process in India?
First of all, the number of rounds. So in India, I would say maximum it would be we'll be having a technical round, and maybe a manager round. In the first round it would be a technical, right? Either would be a coding, or like it would be a manager round directly, and then 2 3 rounds, and then you will be at the HR round where you will be almost having an offer discussion.
Mm,
Here it is like it's more of understanding more culturally and
mm,
then technically. So you have to, I had technical interviews like the coding interview or like hacker rank test, and then a technical person will interview, and then the leadership people. So I had at least couple of leadership rounds, and
mm,
then the culture fit round, and
mm,
then the final HR discussion. So
mm.
for me, it had around like 6 rounds, I guess, 5 to 6
Okay,
rounds at
that's a
least.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, and it may take some time, at least like
yeah,
a month's time at least. So yeah.
yeah. And next to communication and leadership rounds, behavioral questions, from a technical perspective, what would you say are the key tech stack you need to bring to the table as a DevOps engineer to have a chance to land a job in Germany?
Sure, yeah. So first you need to have um, a strong fundamentals knowledge of your core skill, and
Mm,
deep knowledge on what you are working, so that uh, the interviewer know that okay, he is capable of doing something which will be very useful in our company, because you don't need to understand the entire concepts, but at least the fundamentals of it. If you are strong enough, then you will figure it out later on, like how to work with that task, everything. That is the primary one. And the other thing is like so one of the toughest, or like one of the challenging question usually I had was like if there is a conflict with the manager or like a leadership team, so that
mm,
you have an idea but you propose that to leadership, and
mm,
if leadership doesn't agree with that, then how do you approach?
mm,
So I was prepared, because I knew this question might appear some in some interviews at least.
mm,
So the answer is pretty simple, like you want to convey whatever you have, and you try to convince them like with the data, with the proper statistics, and
mm,
then you have to fight for it. So
mm,
that's the ultimate thing. That is something which Germans like, because if we don't need to agree upon everything, and as well as
mm,
we don't need to be in conflict on everything. So it's just, the thing is, if you are presenting with the proper data, proper statistics, say this is where we need to improve on, then yeah, the leadership will like that.
Cool. Awesome. And tell me, is there anything else? I mean, I guess you know a lot of DevOps guys who are working or tech and IT people who are working in India. Is there any other advice you could give them how to approach finding a job in Europe or in Germany? What would you say is important?
So in India, mostly like DevOps teams, like it's kind of isolated in a
Mm-hmm.
way that it's based on a task level, but in Germany it's not like that. It's like how you build systems. So when you know that, then it's all the tools that support that. So it's not like we will be working just in a particular tool or some particular programming language. It's not like that. Of course, you will have a developers specifically for that, but with respect to DevOps roles, you need to understand how to build the systems. So it could be or cannot be a cloud environment, but some from the server perspective or like from if you have a data center, it's your responsibility to build those things. And also, if you have a cloud, then it's fine. But still, it's how you build the systems. So that's the key thing, and how
Mm-hmm.
you make sure that it's not a manual task all the
Mm-hmm.
time. So maybe a first time it would be, but you need to have the thought of automation.
Yeah.
So that's the key thing. So you need to automate things once it is set up,
So you
and
need
you
to be
have to,
good in Python and Shell and Bash scripting, obviously.
yeah, but obviously you need to have a good scripting skills.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a shell, could be a Golang or whatever it is, or Python. But
Mm-hmm.
still, the automation is the key.
And when it comes to cloud, what would you say? What are the key cloud used by a lot of German companies?
I would say AWS, and if some companies are running on Google Workspace or like all their products into Google, say they would prefer GCP.
Mm-hmm.
And I also attended interviews where the company is having Azure as their cloud, but it's not generally like a specific cloud because it's
Mm-hmm.
up to the companies how they operate. Because even some companies, right, they don't even have a cloud; they have their own data centers because that's the need for the company.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, it's not about the cloud; it's how the systems are built. But to be specific, like AWS can be a good cloud
Mm-hmm.
which companies rely on.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Shafi, for all those insights. I think we covered a lot of things. Is there anything else we didn't cover you wanted to say? Maybe I forgot something.
If you are planning to if someone planning to move to Germany, so first thing is like, yeah, initial days will be hard, but still work wise, I would say like to prepare to build anything from the scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So that because once you have that knowledge or like if you have that confidence that I can build systems or like I can do whatever is given to me, so that motivation is needed so
Mm-hmm.
that you can work easily
Cool.
because you cannot take much help from the entire team. So it's something you need to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there will be people there to guide you, but still, it's how you take those inputs from your colleagues and how you develop. So that was one thing I think someone should be capable of doing that.
Awesome. All right. Thanks a lot for sharing those insights. And yeah, if you're also a DevOps engineer, if you're working in tech and IT, you want to move to Germany, get in touch with us. Watch our video training, which you find below this video. Book a get to know call. And then we're going to assess your profile. We're going to see if we can help you. And if we can, we do that. And maybe sooner or later, we're going to be with you in one of those YouTube videos here as well. See you soon and bye bye. Ciao. Thanks, Shafi.